My name is Stephen Smedley. I was born on April 12, 1994 to Ellen and Brad Smedley who lived in Euclid, Ohio. Here I am sitting with my dad when I was only a few months old. Here I am with my sister Kathy and my brother Matthew who is holding on to me. We had a tradition to take a picture on this slide every single summer. I have always loved the outdoors. My mom would take me on hikes even before I could walk. I grew up with a weird family, which you can see here from my brother. Growing up, my best friend lived across the street from me. Here we are with my siblings and his cousin. Shortly after learning to walk, I was climbing on stuff and getting into things that I shouldn't. Growing up in Cleveland, I learned to love the snow. My dad and I would always make snow dinosaurs. Almost every summer since I have been born has been spent at my family's cottage in Rangeley, Maine. My favorite things to do while in Maine are to go hiking and kayaking. When we would go hiking, we would take our dog Ruvio. Ruvio is a big part of my life. My family had gotten him before I was born, then he died when I was 15. My family has always been big Cleveland Indians fans. This is because both my parents grew up in the Cleveland area. Everyone in my family is good at playing an instrument, so I started to learn to play the violin when I was young. My dad even tried to teach me how to play, but I was never any good. I have always loved to play sports, but the only sport I was ever good at was soccer. I have played soccer for as long as I can remember. I have played at every competitive level up through high school varsity. As I got older, I loved to find out how things worked. This came from my dad who would teach me how motorcycles worked. Since I loved to see how things worked and to build things, I joined the robotics team at my high school. Being on the robotics team taught me leadership and many useful skills that I can apply to my major. During high school, I traveled with my dad and stepmom to China for spring break because I was taking Chinese as a language. The next year, I traveled to Spain with my high school's orchestra to play in two cathedrals while traveling to different cities and learning the culture. Here I am with my best friend from high school. While I was in high school, I volunteered at a 4-H camp as a counselor during the summer. I became a counselor because I wanted to give back to the camp that I went to a few times as a camper. One summer, I traveled to Colorado and lived on a ranch for a week. During that week, I saw how different Colorado was from Ohio. I also learned how much work it was to live on a ranch. Here I am with the family that I stayed with. While I was in high school, I started to play paintball. Paintball was a great way for me to relieve stress, and it helped improve my problem-solving skills. Here I am with my siblings years later. They have helped me become the person I am today. I have always been closest to my older brother Matt. I know I'm able to go to my brother if I need help with anything. He has always been there for me. This picture was taken during Siblings Weekend last year. After my first semester of college, I was elected as the Vice President of Recruitment of my fraternity. Having this position taught me how to plan events, improved my speaking skills, and I became a better leader because of it. Here I am with the other members of our executive board along with the members of the Ohio State Chapter's executive board at the Regional Leadership Seminar. In this picture, I am with my girlfriend Carly at my fraternity's date night. She is someone that I can always depend on and someone that I love to spend time with. Last summer, I drove to Indianapolis so I could see my favorite English soccer team play. It was a dream come true and one of the best days of my life. Here I am with one of my dogs, Chelsea. She was named after my favorite soccer team. My family has always had dogs. Here I am at my job where I worked at a kennel. I am the person I am today because of the different people I've met and all the traveling I have done. I can't say my life has been boring.